Hey game designers, and welcome to I think we're on video 8 of the walking animation tutorial. And our last one, we just finished the up position, which was frame number 10. We're going to go ahead and duplicate it, and let's go ahead and make the next one. So again, I just duplicated it using the move tool. I'm going to move it here, and we're going to do the contact position, right? Again, every time we duplicate, we want to match the waistline. So here I'm going to move Homer to try to match the waistline the best that I can. Okay, this looks about right. Maybe a little bit more to the left, maybe a little bit more up. Let's check the ground. Again, I want to match the waistline. I can always fix the legs later. So that looks good to me. Okay, so let's go ahead and start this one. Again, this is the contact position when the right leg and left leg are both making contact with the ground. Let's go ahead and call it frame 12. Okay, and let's go ahead and start with the arms again. So right arm, I'm going to swing this back. This is the most the right arm is going to swing back, right? Because his left leg is literally straight out. And you notice our arms tend to swing forward more than the arms swing back. That's because our head is kind of forward already, and you don't swing your arms way back, not like Naruto or something when the arm kind of goes way back here, swinging way back. So yeah, this is about right for the angle of the left arm. So while we have the left arm right here, let's go ahead and look at the right arm. Or sorry, once we have the right arm here, let's go ahead and look at the left arm. Start off the shirt. So the left arm is the reverse. The left leg is as far back as going to be. So this is going to be as far forward as the left arm is going to be. So this is where our arm will actually show up in the frame. So I can move it as high as our other frame would be. I think that's about right. Um, Remember, our arms tend to swing up more than they swing back. So this looks good. Go ahead and turn back on the shirt, right? And now we're just going to concentrate on the legs. I'm going to kind of turn off the arms real quick. Now just focus on the right leg. Again, sometimes when you have these type of frames where they make contact with the ground, you can kind of move your shoe first. So I'm going to go to the right leg, go to the shoe, and I'm going to go ahead and use my move tool and move this right leg, rotate it out, match the heel the best that I can. Okay. All right. That looks good. Okay. And now I'm going to go ahead and look at the right leg. And the right leg is relatively straight, so this should be a relatively easy fix here. Go ahead and use our pen tool. Let's kind of go here, straighten that up. Go here, straighten that up. Go here, straighten this up. Gotta fix this handle right there. This one is relatively straight. I'm gonna go this direction. Bring this one here, stretch it out there. Okay. Give it a little bit of a thigh and a buttocks. That looks good. Let's give it a little bit more of a thigh. Actually, you want to go thigh, leg. Then you want to, this thing is relatively straight, so let's go ahead and make it straight. There we go, straight. And kind of straighten out the thigh. Okay, that looks good. Let's go ahead and move the right cuff. Just hold control. Move it over here. Swing it to the right. Go over here. There. Swing it down. Okay, that looks good. Let's go ahead and look at our other pants, or our other leg now. I can turn off the right leg, kind of ignore it. Let's go to the left leg. Let's go again, let's move the shoe. And the shoe again needs to touch the ground. So regardless of the reference itself, we want this shoe to touch the ground. Let's go ahead and match the heel, something like that. And now our left leg, it's pretty much not too many alterations here. We're gonna kind of move this over here, use our pen tool, move it to match the cuff. there, there. Let's actually make sure our shoe touches the ground. So let's go ahead and move it down a little bit. Okay. And now let's go ahead and move back to our left leg. Kind of move it down. Angle it, angle it. Go to the back of the leg. Give him a little calf. Move this one probably. His thighs will look something like that. Move this knee somewhere over here. Okay, and this one doesn't matter because it's not going to be seen anyway. We can move this all the way down over here because it's just going to be a left leg anyway. Something like that. Again, not that it matters because it could be hidden behind here. Let's go and go to the right cuff. Left cuff. Just go ahead and move it there. Move it there. Okay, that looks good. So left, right, looks good. Let's go ahead and turn on both legs. And yeah, so we got the legs looking good. The right arms are good. The left arm's looking good. And now again, this is the most forward he's going to be, like in terms of momentum. So this is where the head is going to bobble the most forward. I'm going to use the move tool and just go ahead and move his head way forward. Or about as forward as he's going to get. Okay, and that looks like a good contact. Maybe I can move the right shoe just a little bit off the ground here because I don't want it to touch the ground or like that. Okay, that looks good. That looks good now. And there we go. So now we got the contact position taken care of. Um, let's go ahead and start on the next one. The next one is again Homer on the kind of almost at the idle position right now, right? This is the pass position, right? And this is kind of pre-up position, right? So let's go ahead and actually, instead of copying this Homer over here, you kind of see when we get to the end that this Homer, which is on the up position, is pretty close to this Homer. So what we're going to do is actually go all the way back to frame number 2, right? And I'm going to duplicate this layer. Okay, so I have a copy of it now, and I'm going to move this one way over here, right? Because it's pretty close to what I'm working with. So let's go ahead and zoom in on that. This is going to be frame 16, right? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move it to the top so I can see it. So I'm working on it here. I'm going to go ahead and rename it frame 16. I'm going to go ahead and turn down the opacity. And I'm going to go ahead and move him to match the belt line. You can see that just matching the references that our Homer his waistline is kind of moving up and down. So you can see here, there we go, matching the waistline. Again, he's relatively centered, so I'm going to move the head kind of back. Let's go ahead and continue working with the arms here. So arms is bent in this case, and I'm just going ahead and straighten it out because he's relatively straight right now. His left leg is about to be on its way up. So his arm is relatively neutral. So I'm going to go ahead and go like that. I'm actually going to change the angle using my pen tool, kind of straighten out the arms like we did before. Using my pen tool, go ahead and straighten out the arms and kind of straighten out the arms like that or so. Okay. All right, that looks good. And my left arm, it's very similar. So I'm going to turn off my shirt here. Turn off the shirt, go onto the left arm. I'm going to kind of use my move tool and straighten that out because now the left leg is a little bit ahead, but it's going to be not that much. So again, I'm just going to move my pivot back to the shoulder blade here, and I'm going to pivot not as much. So just a slight left limb going toward the back. Right arm is going a little bit toward the front, maybe even a little bit less, like that or so. Okay, that looks good. Let's go ahead and turn on the shirt. Okay, and again, not too many changes that we have to do here. So let's go ahead and go to the right leg. Obviously, our foot needs to touch the ground. So we're going to go ahead and grab the shoe. And let's go ahead and touch the shoe first. Get the shoe to touch the ground correctly. We're going to rotate it out. And let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit here. and I can't zoom in this much. I gotta make sure I have reference here, so that's good. I'm gonna match the heel, something like that. Let's go and use the knots to go and use the path select tool and fix these knots because this shoe is definitely bending. Again, we want our shoe to look kind of like that again. So kind of forward, get his shoe to be on the ground. Okay, get it looking straight if we can. Okay, and gonna move this a little more downward. Okay, there it goes. Now let's go ahead and go to the right leg. Again, use the path select tool, select all the knots. Let's go ahead and fix up this. Let's go ahead and bend the knee. So this one actually means we may have to move our shoe a little bit because their shoe looks like a little bit bigger than our shoe. Or did we just shrink our shoe? Maybe increase our shoe a little bit here. Go here. I don't make sure my frames are consistent though. I might have to go back and look at that. Let's go ahead and again just fix up this, match up the knee here. The hamstring looks like it goes up here. Okay, let's go his leg right here. Give him a thigh like that. Round out his buttocks. Straight out his legs. Give him a little bit of a, there we go. That looks good. Get the knee to be more consistent. There we go. Maybe a little bit too much curve right here on his bottom of his jeans. Give him a little bit of a bend. There we go. And let's go ahead and look at the left cuff. Go ahead and fix that. Okay, looks like I need to move this crotch a little bit down. Something like that. Let's make sure that that meshes well. Very good. And now let's go ahead and move the right leg off. Let's go look at the left leg now. Focus on the left leg. Again, when it comes to things like this, it's sometimes better to just concentrate on the shoe first. So I'm just going to use a rotate tool. Rotate it, get it to match where I think it is. Again, it's behind the other leg, so it's not too problematic here. And now just go ahead and go to the left leg. Use the path select tool. Use the pen tool. Move our left leg. There. 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 This one's going to be behind the leg somewhere. Like up here. This line doesn't really matter. It's not going to be shown. Probably make this angle a little bit less. Okay, that looks good. Let's go ahead and, again, it's going to be covered by that leg anyway. Let's just focus on the left cuff now. And there you have it. The head, we already kind of tilted. Oh, we didn't tilt the head yet. The head is relatively balanced now. Again, you're kind of like, you're almost at your balance position. We're going to take the rotate tool, move the head, and try to make the head look as straight as close to possible. So the head is going to look really straight from 3 frames ago. And let's go ahead and turn on everything and make sure everything looks right. Okay. I don't know. I don't like kind of like the way the right leg looks. The right leg looks maybe too much definition. So let's maybe cut down some of the definition on the right leg. And again, these are just, artistic freedom that you're welcome to have. Um, try to give it less definition, not too much definition here. Almost like he has muscular legs. We can make it more cartoony, just kind of keep it straight edge. Okay. Okay, that looks probably a little bit more cartoony. Less definition here. Yeah, I think that's good. Let's go ahead and kind of turn everything back on. I don't know, it still looks kind of sharp right here. Too sharp, doesn't look natural. So let's try to make that bend a little bit more straight. So if you go to this knot, you could just simply kind of make the line straight like this, and it will look more smoother curve. So let's go ahead and look at that now. Yeah, that looks smoothing it out. Again, if it looks too pointy, go ahead and straighten out your knots a little bit more, make it more linked. Looks like it's linked. And there you go, guys. That's finished up frame number 16. In the next video, we'll cover 14, and we'll finish all the ones that we have references for.